Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Metal. We are only on the start of this new era, and it's going to continue live here tonight. I'm going to make sure of it. Now, as you know, episode 27 was historic. Our cross-line special was incredibly successful, and so many new champions were crowned, including, as you know, our new World Heavyweight Champion, Sting. Sting has been given the night off tonight in order to let him celebrate his world title victory, but he will be on our next episode 28, and I'm sure he's going to have a lot to say and a lot of people to thank. Now, as it pertains to our next pay-per-view, Sacrifice, I have already made 3 matches based on what I've seen in the past few weeks. Match number 1 that has been made for Sacrifice is for the Intercontinental Championship. You may remember that a few weeks back on episode 26, Mr. Anderson pinned our Intercontinental Champion Chris Jericho 1, 2, 3, and because of that, I feel that he deserves a championship match, so I, as the commissioner, am going to give it to him. It's going to be Mr. Anderson versus Chris Jericho at Sacrifice for the Intercontinental title. Match number 2 I'm making is a blockbuster main event. It is going to be CM Punk going one-on-one finally with Mr. Money in the Bank, AJ Styles. They have been at each other's throats for weeks, and now that CM Punk is 100% cleared to compete, I feel he deserves his shot at AJ Styles and vice versa. But that's not all to that matchup. There's going to be a unique twist to it. That matchup between CM Punk and AJ Styles is not going to be any ordinary matchup. Oh no. AJ Styles' Money in the Bank briefcase is going to be on the line. If CM Punk beats AJ Styles, he will win the briefcase. So, we've got Chris Jericho versus Mr. Anderson for the IC title, CM Punk versus AJ Styles for the briefcase, and we already know that Shawn Michaels is back, and he is going to challenge Kurt Angle and his undefeated streak at Sacrifice. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, and forgotten about you. And now I know why you're here, and that's fair enough, because you came so close to winning the X Division title, didn't you, R-Truth? You came this close, but you got brain busted on the apron and eliminated by Austin Aries, who is our new X Division champion. Now, he's going to defend that title here tonight, and I know that you feel you deserve a X Division championship match, considering you were the runner-up in that Battle Royal, but unfortunately, it's not happening tonight. But, since you're already dressed to compete, I'll give you the next best thing I can think of. See, there's another man here tonight who hasn't competed in a while either, and he is also looking for a challenge. So, R-Truth, you may not be getting an X Division championship match here tonight. However, you are going to get a mighty fine opportunity. Tonight, you are in the main event. It's going to be R-Truth going one-on-one with the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. How do you like that? HBK hasn't competed in a while, and I'm sure he's hungry for competition. So good luck tonight, man. R-Truth got more than he bargained for when he entered the arena here tonight. He came in asking for an X Division title matchup, and now he's got a match with the Heartbreak Kid. This is NLW Metal, episode 14, and we are live on the air. So much has happened in the past week. Our cross-line special was huge. We have a new World Heavyweight Champion. However, he has the night off, and we're going to have an incredible night of action here tonight on Metal, including the main event made by the commissioner earlier. It is going to be Shawn Michaels versus R-Truth. R-Truth has a chance to make a name for himself against the Heartbreak Kid, and this is HBK's first matchup since September, and it's going to be a good one. I must admit the commissioner did go on a little bit earlier. However, he has made some incredible matches for Sacrifice, our next pay-per-view, and some incredible matches for here tonight. We know that this matchup is going to be for the X Division Championship. It is the first ever X Division Championship matchup in Metal history, and it takes place live here tonight. About to make his way to the ring, the Jamaican sensation and the challenger for the title here tonight, Kofi Kingston. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you've been living under a rock, you wouldn't know that the X Division title has been brought into play. These are a few images from what happened this past episode 27, where Austin Aries bested 7 other wrestlers, including R-Truth, as you see there. Last eliminated him by brainbustering him on the ring apron, and then basically what happened was Austin Aries became our first ever X Division champion, and he is about to defend that title for the first time ever live here tonight. He has the cape. The self-proclaimed greatest man who ever lived is about to make his way to the ring and defend his newly won X Division title. It was a great battle royal this past week. Kofi Kingston was in it, however he came short, unfortunately for him. But luckily he does get a championship match here tonight, and he is the first man to challenge Austin Aries for that title here tonight on Metal. This X Division Championship matchup gets underway. Austin Aries going one-on-one with Kofi Kingston, and I'm sure there's a roll through by Austin Aries that this X Division title matchup is going to be fast-paced. That is what the no limits of the X Division is. There are no weight limits. It's about high-flying, fast-paced action, and that is exactly what we're getting here tonight. Kofi Kingston bouncing Austin Aries' head off the turnbuckle, and a massive punch sends Kofi right down to the floor out here, and now Austin Aries is going to go after him. Of course, Austin Aries debuted a few weeks back, the night after Over the Limit, defeating Randy Orton, and then went on to taunt Randy Orton on last week's Metal, and then won the X Division title. So he's had an incredible first few weeks here in NLW, and he's trying to continue it here tonight as he delivers a massive dropkick right to the face of Kofi. He is certainly confident, there's no doubt about it, but as Kofi is laying on the floor, you gotta wonder what he's going to bring to the table as he kicks Aries in the face, and now going to hang him up on the ropes, and it looks as if Kofi's going to try and build momentum here, and a massive drop kick on the apron. R-Truth earlier tonight, he wasn't too happy that he wasn't getting a X Division title matchup here against Austin Aries. After all, he was the runner-up in that Battle Royal this past week, as Kofi chokes the life out of Austin Aries here. A much more aggressive side of Kofi on display here. And I'm sure that R-Truth, not only is he angry about the fact he's not getting a title matchup here tonight, not only angry about the fact that he's got to face Shawn Michaels here tonight. Here's a cross-body by Kofi and a kick-out by Austin Aries. Of course, R-Truth in our main event here tonight is going to go one-on-one with the returning Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels hasn't competed here since Destruction, and he's looking to bounce back with a win over R-Truth here tonight. And R-Truth obviously not going to be happy that the man who's getting the matchup for the X Division title is his former tag team partner and also current enemy in Kofi Kingston. Nevertheless, he's holding his own right here, and Kofi proving why he should be a contender. He sends Austin Aries outside, and now he's going to dive out on his own, my lord! A massive somersault plancher, following through over the top rope and crashing down onto the prone body of Aries, and there you see, he points to the title he wants. Kofi Kingston looks to make Austin Aries' reign an incredibly short one. Well, we'll take a look back at this again. Look at the height he got, flying over the top ropes. You're making me crazy. There's no doubt about it that Kofi Kingston is one of the premier superstars to watch here, as he tries to go for the elbow, but instead Austin Aries moves out of the way.
And what do you think is going to go through his mind here? A gutbuster by Aries, and hopefully he's going to try and build momentum for himself. Sends Kofi in the daze with that punch there. And now he's going to go for another roll-up, going to try and catch him out again, but a kick out by Kofi Kingston. Austin Aries now got to find a way to make Kofi... Oh my goodness, and there you see, I thought he was going to go for the brainbuster, but instead an incredible reversal by Kofi Kingston, and this is an incredible matchup to kick off NLW Metal here tonight. Well, I was about to say that Kofi Kingston was going to go for the SOS, but he got rolled through, and then another drop kick by Kofi Kingston. It's not going well for Austin Aries thus far here tonight, but can he get back into this matchup? A massive chop to the chest by Kofi, and both men are on the top rope now in incredibly dangerous territory here. What is Kofi thinking? And he's, oh my lord, he's pushed off the top rope by Austin Aries. Took a little bit too much time there, and now Aries with a 450 splash rolls through, picks him up, and the brainbuster. And just like that, Austin Aries retains his X Division Championship. An incredible first title defense from Austin Aries, and it ends successfully here tonight. This X Division title matchup has definitely not gone well for Kofi Kingston. In the end, it was Austin Aries who was able to hit the brainbuster and pick up the victory. We'll take a look back at the replays of this. Kofi Kingston taking too much time on the top rope, he got knocked off of it, and then the 450 splash followed straight afterwards by a devastating brainbuster by Austin Aries. Kofi Kingston can't believe he's just lost. I'm sure that R-Truth is happy that his former tag team partner has lost here tonight, considering he feels he should be the one to challenge Austin Aries here tonight. Nevertheless, Austin Aries is victorious in this matchup, and R-Truth is just going to have to wait for his title matchup. Unlucky for Kofi though, I've got to say. He put on a hell of a show in here tonight. And Austin Aries shows the sportsmanship. He respects Kofi Kingston, and I'm sure the feeling's mutual. But on this occasion tonight, Kofi Kingston couldn't do it, and Austin Aries is still rolling as our X Division champ. Sacrifice is going to be one hell of a pay-per-view, there's no doubt about it. And of course you mentioned the commissioner earlier, making several matches for Sacrifice, including a matchup featuring Y2J himself, Chris Jericho. It's going to be Y2J defending his Intercontinental Championship against the man who beat him a few weeks back on episode 26, Mr. Anderson. The commissioner feels that Mr. Anderson deserves an Intercontinental title matchup. He's been banging on about it for quite a while, considering that Mr. Anderson defeated Chris Jericho clean 1-2-3 in the middle of the ring on episode 26. Jericho successfully defending his Intercontinental title due to interference from AJ Styles in his matchup against CM Punk. What's he got to say regarding Mr. Anderson here?
It doesn't feel very good now, does it? I didn't come out here to argue with you. I came out here to agree with you. And I'll tell you why. I don't think you realize you and I have a lot in common. Oh yeah, we got a lot in common. For example, we share an intense hatred for one another, and we have from the moment I came to the WWE years ago. And for two, you and I are almost exactly alike. Except for the fact that I have a hell of a lot more talent. And I'm going to prove it tonight. Oh yeah. All right. Oh, you know what? Come to think of it, you and I, we don't have anything in common. Because I I have a much easier opponent than you. I am facing that ass clown, a man with 1/10 of my talent, 1/10 of my charisma, and 1/10 of my legendary status in this business. Let's face it, versus Jericho, the one and only King of the world!
There's no doubt in my mind Mr. Anderson isn't going to appreciate being called an ass clown here on national telly, but still, Y2J is hella confident considering that Mr. Anderson was made #1 contender earlier tonight. After all, Chris Jericho, he's sort of turned a corner in a way. He's much more liked by this audience than he was a few weeks ago. There's no doubt about it. Then again, he's going up against Mr. Anderson, and I wouldn't be feeling too cocky if I was Y2J, because Mr. Anderson was the man who beat him. But can he do it where it counts and defeat him for the title at Sacrifice? Still to come, ladies and gentlemen, our main event made by the commissioner earlier tonight. R-Truth looks to make a name for himself when he takes on Shawn Michaels in Shawn Michaels' first match since Hell in a Cell. A new era has begun in this company, and it's going to continue in our next episode. As we know, so many great returns happened last week on our Across the Line special, but John Cena was one of them. He FU'd Raven through a barbed wire board, and we have no idea what his intentions are, so he's going to explain his actions on episode 28. And also, who can forget this? He is our new World Heavyweight Champion, and he is going to be here on episode 28. His celebratory arrival for episode 28, the new World Heavyweight Champion Sting in the building this Saturday. And there you see another champion who won his title last week, and oh my goodness. Well, we heard earlier tonight R-Truth go to the commissioner and ask for a title matchup. He didn't get it, but R-Truth obviously here making his intentions clear and going right up to Austin Aries' face and saying that he wants an X Division title matchup. Well, commissioner's told him he's got to wait, but then again the commissioner also said that R-Truth has to have a match here tonight, and his opponent is none other than the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels. Well, if I was in R-Truth's shoes, I'd be pretty happy, but for some reason he's not. Obviously he wanted a title match here tonight rather than a match against Shawn Michaels, but this could prove to be a great opportunity to raise his status here in NLW. Here is our metal main event. R-Truth about to go one-on-one with HBK Shawn Michaels, and he's got a massive grin on his face. Even though the fans aren't responding to him in the way he'd like, he don't really care. He's all business here tonight, as is this man. He is the new man to return to NLW, and he hasn't competed in this company since Destruction, Hell in a Cell, where he was not only thrown off the top of that cage, but he was thrown through the roof of it. Nevertheless, he's healed up and he is ready to fight in his first matchup since September. He don't look like he's missed a beat, and the Heartbreak Kid is in the building here tonight. He returned this past week on our Cross Line special to a thunderous reception. Kurt Angle was in the ring making an open challenge for our next pay-per-view Sacrifice, and I don't think any of us expected this. It was the man who has not competed for ages, but he's competing right now against R-Truth. Shawn Michaels was the man this past week to answer the open challenge of Kurt Angle, and thus we found out, it was confirmed by the commissioner earlier tonight, that at Sacrifice it is going to be Shawn Michaels versus Kurt Angle, and Shawn Michaels, because it's going to look to build momentum here with a win over R-Truth, but it's not going to be easy, there's no doubt about it. Of course, R-Truth this past week was brainbusted on the ring apron and cast a shot at the X Division title, but it's not going well for him at the moment. He manages to block a couple of those punches and the shoulder block takedown by R-Truth. R-Truth is no stranger to big match feels, so he's going to thrive in this kind of environment as he clubbers the back of Shawn Michaels in a series of headlocks to start off this matchup. You don't want to let go of that head, otherwise Shawn Michaels is going to build momentum. There's clearly going to be a large amount of ring rust on the part of Shawn Michaels, considering he hasn't competed since Hell in the Cell at Destruction. And there you see R-Truth is on the floor now. He is in deep trouble at the moment. Michaels off the ropes and the springboard moonsault by the Heartbreak Kid. R-Truth holding his face and stomach. I'm sure that the entire body of HBK connected with R-Truth then. He may have been out of action for a number of months, but he doesn't look like he's missed a beat at all. Michaels here. Look at that. An over 5-month absence isn't going to stop Shawn Michaels from doing what he loves to do, and that is put on a show. Nevertheless, an uppercut by R-Truth, and he's trying to get back into this one now. A stunner, and now he's got him choking out on the ropes, and the referee has to sort this one out. And oh my jeez, look at that. Hanging him up in the ropes there, and that may have snapped back his neck. Of course, Shawn Michaels' neck's not going to be in the greatest of conditions, especially if you remember Hell in a Cell. You would know why, and now he's working on that neck. A massive DDT that flipped Shawn Michaels in midair, and we saw R-Truth earlier go back to Austin Aries and taunt him and say he's after his title, and here's a move out of Austin Aries' own playbook. The submission maneuver by R-Truth, almost in an attempt to mock Austin Aries. He was the runner-up in the Battle Royal and came so close to winning the X Division title, but alas, wasn't meant to be. Still, he's going to have to wait for his title matchup, the commissioner said, and he's going to have to settle for this here tonight. This is our Metal main event, and Shawn Michaels with a massive chop to the chest of R-Truth, but returned with a punch. R-Truth now, and there's a double axe handle by Shawn Michaels, and he's going to try and get back into this one. A kick up by Shawn Michaels, and his vintage of him. A series of shots, misses the clothesline there, and oh my lord, a massive super kick by R-Truth. Is this it? But instead a kick up by Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels is going to look at sacrifice to become the first ever man to make Kurt Angle pin or submit. If he can get a victory over R-Truth here tonight, it will send a major message to the Olympic gold medalist. Of course, we know that Kurt Angle has never been pinned or submitted in this company, but will Shawn Michaels be the first man to do so at Sacrifice? He's looking to put on a hell of a performance here tonight, and following that elbow, you gotta believe that Shawn Michaels is in the zone right now. R-Truth is in a world of pain, and Michaels is tuning up the band, stomping away, and it looks as if he's gonna hit some sweet chin music here, but R-Truth manages to catch out the leg, and oh my! R-Truth trying to hook in the crossface, and Michaels manages to get to the ropes. R-Truth managing to hold his own right here. For every move that Shawn Michaels has hit at him, he has managed to hit a reversal of some kind. And that was oh my goodness, a massive clubbering blow to the face of Michaels. And R-Truth not letting up one bit, has him held up again, and brings him back down with a net breaker. Shawn Michaels is trying to wear off the ring rust here, but R-Truth going for a massive kick, and now he's sent to the floor again, and look at this. Who do you think this is directed to? Michaels has the ankle held, and has an ankle lock applied on R-Truth, and I have no doubt in my mind that this is a direct message to his opponent at Sacrifice and Kurt Angle. And oh my goodness, there's a massive reversal by R-Truth. He was lucky to reverse Michaels into the ring post. And now R-Truth measuring him now. Is he going to hit that lie detector? Sent off the ropes to the sweet chin music. Here's the cover by HBK, and the victory by Shawn Michaels. This crowd has gone ballistic. They have missed him. I've missed him. But he is back here tonight with a bang. And on the second night back, Shawn Michaels picks up an incredibly convincing win over R-Truth. R-Truth may have bitten off a little more than he could chew earlier tonight when he went to the commissioner demanding the X Division title matchup. He was so confident going to Austin Aries earlier, but this is where it all went wrong. As we look at this in slow motion, the super kick right to the face of R-Truth puts him away, knocks his lights out, and Shawn Michaels giving it a great victory. It's unfortunate for R-Truth. Possibly that brainbuster by Austin Aries on the apron this past week may have affected his mental state, may have affected his ring awareness, but nevertheless you can't take away from the fact that Shawn Michaels looked to shake off the rust here tonight, and in my opinion he did just that. Shawn Michaels has defeated R-Truth here tonight, and now he looks to Kurt Angle at Sacrifice. Michaels has won here tonight, but can he win at Sacrifice? Shawn Michaels is back.